let me ask you, because you say this is a Republican shutdown, but it's Democratic senators who are withholding their votes on what is called a clean resolution. That means no strings attached, which is something, quite frankly, Leader, that you and other Democrats have advocated for in the past. Take a look.
You do not use the threat of shutting down government to try to advance your policy agenda.
First thing that the House has to do is pass a clean 6-week CR.
A continuing resolution that is at the fiscal year 2023 levels is the only way forward.
Why not fund the government and debate extending Obamacare tax credits after the fact? They don't expire till the end of the year.
Why not? Well, that was NBC's Kristen Welker confronting Democrat Hakeem Jeffries over the Democrats' own shutdown hypocrisy, asking why Jeffries himself and Democrats were against the shutdown as, quote, dangerous and irresponsible. Even Chuck Schumer said that just 6 months ago, but now they're for it. Joining us now from Florida, Senator Ashley Moody from Senate Judiciary. Senator, always a pleasure to see you again. What do you make of all this?
Yeah, I'm so glad that that question was put to Jeffries, because they're starting to realize how outrageous their demands and the shutdown is. In fact, I think that they were gunning for a shutdown this whole time to demonstrate some sort of spectacle, I guess, because think about what they are objecting to. We have put forward, I think this will be our 5th vote tonight on a clean funding bill. What does that mean? That means we're trying to continue the current spending levels. And by the way, these are spending levels set under President Biden and Chuck Schumer himself. So this is bipartisan spending levels. We're trying to extend it for a short period of time until November the 21st so that we can hammer out some details. That's it. And they are shutting down the government, demanding this incredible, outrageous spending. And by the way, this is really starting to hit for people out there, especially in the military. The oldest boy in our family is in the Army, and he said, you know, I have people that are panicking around me. They've got 3 kids, they've got a family. They know that if we don't get this going soon, their paycheck might not come through. This is serious stuff they're messing around with.
Yeah, I mean, they're shutting down essential services for families, for veterans, members of the military. It's a truly over-the-top spending spree that Democrats demanding. Let's take a listen to Senator Kennedy on this. This is the radical far left's demand for new giveaways and other freebies. Watch.
$500 billion. We want you to give $500 billion to the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. We found $500,000 of American taxpayer money for electric buses in Rwanda. We found $3.6 million for pastry cooking classes and dance focus groups for male prostitutes in Haiti. I kid you not. They are demanding we put back in $6 million for media organizations for the Palestinians, $833,000 for transgender people in Nepal, $300,000 for a pride parade in Lesotho, $882,000 for social media mentorship in Serbia, $4.2 million for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex people in the Western Balkans and Uganda.
Okay, so they shut down the government for that, Senator? But, you know, what is going on? I mean, lawmakers say Chuck Schumer and other top Democrats fear they will lose their seats in Congress and be ousted by the radical far left. Because you're right, Democrats routinely voted for nearly identical CRs 13 times under Biden, but now the far left is coming on.
Yeah, it's almost like they wanted a reason to shut down the government to appease these radical groups. Which the real people suffering are the American citizens. And, you know, Senator Kennedy, he pointed out a lot of waste. We also found a lot of fraud. We were trying to root out of some of this egregious spending that was put forth by the Democrats when they set our country on a course of debt. But they want to put back in the fraud in order to open back up the government. So think about these unreasonable demands. I mean, it is really hard to negotiate with that. And I think Mike Johnson said it best. He's like, there's nothing to take out of a clean spending bill that really puts forward the same priorities that Schumer and even under Biden, they supported at one point.
Yeah.
And so we're really in this situation where we've got to have some of these Democrats start thinking reasonably, start putting country first, start putting law-abiding American citizens first, and vote with us tonight. Okay. When we vote to reopen the government.
We'll track that vote. We got breaking news coming in from Fox News Digital. Former special counsel Jack Smith allegedly tracked the private phone calls and communications of a dozen GOP senators during the January 6 probes. This is according to the FBI. So we're talking GOP senators, including Josh Hawley, Marsha Blackburn, Lindsey Graham, and Ron Johnson. What is going on here?
This is incredible. This is so shocking to me. It also, I believe they were also tracking Republican organizations, many of which some of the Republican senators here now were a part of. Unbelievable. In order to do that, and I haven't seen the documentation, and I want to be careful here, but he would have, as a former federal prosecutor, a former judge, in order to track phone calls and to specific numbers, he would have had to say the information was relevant to an ongoing criminal investigation. That's just insane to move forward with that kind of analysis on sitting Republican senators.
This is
I'm
really
shocked
dangerous.
by that.
This is a real dangerous road to, a breach here. So how do you stop it? Final word.
You stop it by bringing it to light. And I think the Trump administration and all of the great people he's put in place have said, we are not going to just let this be swept under the rug and never uncovered, because the American people need to know what they were doing against their own citizens in the name of a political agenda. And so I commend the FBI now and this administration for bringing light to some of these maneuvers and shenanigans that all these folks were undertaking in the name of justice.
Well, Senator Ashley Moody, we always appreciate you being on the show. It's always great to see you again.